Good morning everyone, and welcome to the Community Health Team's Facebook Live. This is our very first Facebook Live, and today we're going to talk to you about the benefits of walking. Now, walking is such a great activity for everyone to do that this is why we're here today, to try and encourage you to get outside and enjoy the wonderful visits that you can do to parks and places within Dundee. Now, my name's Alison Connor. I'm a community health worker with the Community Health Team, and I've got with me my colleague.
I'm Ria. I work with Alison as part of the Community Health Team.
And we've also got Robin behind the camera, so he's going to give you a little wave there. I hope you saw his hand. Now, Ria and myself have been involved in walking groups for an awful long time, but I'll take you back a little bit and give you a bit of history about the walking groups. Now, way back in 2003, the Community Health Team was known by another name. We were Dundee Healthy Living Initiative. And part of our role was to try and encourage people to be mentally, physically and socially well. And what we did was we had lots of activities for people to join in, and one of the most successful activities we had was a walking group. Now, those walking groups that we had back then were so good, they were well attended, and people got really, really fit. But we had to look at them when new people were coming along to these groups that perhaps hadn't exercised for a while, they're maybe recovering from an injury or they'd had surgery, and the walking groups that we had at that time weren't really appropriate for them. So as a team, we had a chat and we thought, you know what, we're going to have to think about this, and we really want to get everyone out walking. So we decided that, what about starting some short health walks? So that's what we did. So we have short health walks, and we, before COVID, shut down a lot of them, unfortunately, we had health walks in lots of areas of Dundee, and lots of people were coming along to them. The walks have been really successful, with people making use of the park spaces that we've got all around Dundee. Now, what I'm here today, and what Ria's here today, is to say to you that maybe you haven't been exercising as much as you would have liked to over the past few months. Now, we've been in lockdown since, is it March 2020? So that's roughly about 6 months, so it's been a long time. So a lot of people who came along to our short health walks have not been getting out and walking. So I'm here today to have a chat with you and say, let's think about getting out. Let's think about going out for a walk. Can you get out once a day, twice, maybe even 3 times a day? Because there's so many benefits that you can experience by walking. So let's think, what benefits can we think about? Well, one I can think about right away is you're getting out and you're enjoying the lovely, wonderful scenes that are all around the park. Now today, Ria and myself, we're in Baxter Park. Now this is a wonderful, wonderful park. It's beautiful, it's got a play area for children, there's private instructors come out and give classes to people, there's dog walkers, there's people playing tennis, there's people using the basketball courts. It's used for a lot of things. So if you come out here to a park like this, you're not just going to be on a walk, you're going to see a lot of wonderful sights. But anyway, another benefit, has anyone ever felt stressed? I know I have, and I know one of the best things for me is to get out the house and go for a walk. Be it just a short walk for 10 minutes, be it a longer walk. And the good thing about going out for a walk when you're stressed, it helps to relieve the stress a bit. It's also good if you can go out and you maybe meet someone and you can have a chat, and maybe your stress levels will go down after having a chat with someone. Another benefit I can think about, I don't know if you're like me and myself as well, I haven't been exercising as much as I should have. I've got to put my hand up to that. So getting out and about can help manage your weight. It can help you feel that you're doing something. It can help you feel, you're breathing in the lovely air and you're getting out and you're seeing such wonderful things. Another benefit, I'm going to think about another benefit, and another benefit is that medically, if we're talking about medical things, it can reduce your risk of developing certain cancers. It can reduce your risk of having heart disease. It's not obviously going to eliminate the risk of having them, but it will certainly help reduce them. But again, what I'm going to try and press home to you is, let's get out and about. Let's get off the seats. Even someone who's working from home. There's a lot of us having to work from home and we're sitting at a computer all day. It's maybe good for us to get out and about and go out walking. Now, other people who have been out walking and have come back and they've maybe felt a bit better, I'm hoping you can say to your friends and to your neighbours, pass on all this information about getting out has been really good for you to just experience what we've got in Dundee. Let's think about all the different parks there are. Now I'm going to do this off the top of my head, and if I miss anybody's favourite park out, I can only apologise. But we've mentioned Baxter Park. Ria, can you think of a park?
Clato.
Clato Park. So there you are. If you live near Clato Park, you've got a wonderful opportunity to walk around Clato Park. Lochie Park. So Lochie Park's a wonderful park to walk around, so that covers that area. Ria?
Camperdown.
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 Yeah, Camperdown's been a wonderful facility, held many different events over the years, and it's a great place to walk around. We've also got Dundee Park. Dundee Park's a wonderful park to be walking around too. I have a walking group that meets there, or used to meet there, and Dundee's such a wonderful place. And they're not just parks, they're steeped in history. There's Dundee Castle, there's the cannon down at Dundee Park, so that's lots of things to take in when you're walking. Any other parks, Ria?
Dawson Park, which is near the ferry, if anyone's done that way as well.
Dawson Park, if you've ever been to Dawson Park, it's got tennis courts as well, it's got beautiful gardens, it's a wonderful place to go to too. If you're living in the Coleside area, Hilltown area, we've also got Hilltown Park. Now if anyone struggles on hills, I can't stress the benefits of going for a walk around Hilltown Park. It's totally flat. There's a circuit all marked out for it, so you can walk around a few times. There's rest places to have a seat, and also another great thing about Hilltown Park is there's exercise equipment. So exercise equipment's been put in alongside the play park there. So if you're there with your kids, you can have the kids playing in the park and you can be on exercise equipment. Now let me go on to another thing about walking. What about if you're a young parent, or you don't have to be young, or you're a carer of young children? What about pram pushing? Well, let's get out with the prams. One of my colleagues, Christine Dallas, has got a pram pushing group up in Whitfield. She's trying to encourage some of the parents to get together and buddy up and go out for walks together. It's really good going out for a walk, but it's also good and maybe a bit better when you go out with someone else. I'm out with Ria today, and before we went on to Facebook Live, we were having a good chat about, things we'd been doing. I'm finding out about what Ria's been doing over the past few months. She's finding out about me, and it's just great to speak to Ria face to face, because we've been doing a lot of Zoom calls and a lot of phone conversations, but to actually see Ria face to face, and Robin too of course, has been absolutely wonderful. So if you want to get out walking at any time and you need any information about it, you can give me a call. I'll give you my phone number. It's 079 858 76805. If you want to get in touch by email, it's alison.connor@dundeecity.gov.uk, and it's all lowercase. We're here today to try and encourage you. We hope that we're encouraging you to get out and go out and enjoy the wonderful experience of getting out for a walk.
I think we've maybe got a question on the video from someone.
Yeah, so we've got a couple of questions, quite similar questions. The first one is, why not start the short health walks again? It'd be nice to have a group for short health walks. And the second one is asking about, when are your walks at Baxter Park? So do you want to touch a little bit on?
Yeah, the first question I'll answer. We've had some trial walks at Baxter Park, and the trial walk that we had was with volunteers who came along to try and get some sort of walk started again. It has been really difficult. Unfortunately, we can't start the walks officially at the moment, but there's nothing to stop people coming along to the park. If you want more information about it, I'll give you my phone number again, and I'll talk to you one-to-one about that. 079 858 76805. So please give me a call. Don't phone right now, because obviously my phone's on silent because I'm live with you guys just now. And the second question, Robin, was?
It was similar. So when are your walks at Baxter Park? So they'll obviously not be taking place at the moment.
Yeah, the walks aren't taking place at the moment, but again, if you want to phone me, I'll try and slot you in, because it's not a case that people can just turn up and join, a large group of walkers. We're trying to keep the groups really small. We're setting them off at different times. We're making sure that there's a walk leader who's there with the government recommended amount of people. We can't, go over that. To let you understand, when we were doing the walks before at Baxter Park, we did 3 a week. Monday, Tuesday and Friday. These walks were so popular, we had 40 to 60 people coming along. Now you will understand that we can't do that at the moment. It is a shame, it's really unfortunate, but we do have to stick to these guidelines. So we're taking baby steps to try and get the walks back up and running. But please do phone me and I'll give you all the information again over the phone, or as I said, if you want to email alison.connor@dundeecity.gov.uk, all lowercase. Any more questions for me, Robin?
No, that's all the questions, so we can either do a little walk just briefly just around, and we can just show people, I suppose, like the key thing is for people that maybe aren't comfortable getting back out or aren't really sure about what the park's like at the moment. So if you're near Baxter Park, then you can see it's pretty quiet. So I'll just move around so you can see. And the paths are really wide as well, so there's no like issues in terms of being able to keep your distance from everyone. So if you're unsure about getting out, then hopefully this will encourage you.
Okay. Now I know some people will say we're living in Dundee and the weather, it's unpredictable. Yeah, the weather's unpredictable and it's always unpredictable all over Scotland. It has been said that you get 4 seasons in one day, and yeah, I'm sure we've all experienced that. But I used to work within the education department, and I worked with a head teacher, and I had said one day, do we have to go out and do the outdoor play? Look at it, the weather. And she said to me, and this has stood me in good stead for over 20 years, the comment that she made to me was, Alison, there is no such thing as inappropriate weather, there is only inappropriate clothing. So remember, if it's raining, you can put on a coat, you can put up a hood, you can get an umbrella, put on waterproof shoes, just get out there. Please don't let the weather be a factor in determining that you're not going to go out and enjoy all the things that there is around this park to see.
That's right, so a couple of comments come up. So one person just says sounds great, and then another comment saying that's a pity as I need to walk to keep a healthy weight for upcoming gastric bypass surgery. Can I do it with one of the health team?
Yeah. We could certainly look into that. I can maybe meet up with someone if time allows, or I can maybe slot you in with a group of 4 people that I might be able to buddy you up with. Again, I would stress if you could give me a call or contact me on the email address that I've given out earlier. It is great to go out with someone, because if you're going out on your own, you depend on your own motivation to get you out, and sometimes that can be a bit lacking, because I know myself it's sometimes difficult to get out and do things. But if I know that I'm going to meet someone, I've got that commitment that I'm meeting someone, and I'm kind of thinking I can't let them down, I'd better go there. And it's actually great meeting up with someone, because you get a good bit of conversation, you find out things, and it just boosts your mood. Because if you've been locked down, or if you've been shielding, or you've not managed to get out for a while, it's so good to be able to speak to someone face to face. Because I know at the moment I'm doing a lot of phone calls day in, day out to all the participants that came along to the walking groups, and I'd say 99% of them are saying to me, Alison, I can't wait to get back out to the groups, I can't wait to have a conversation face to face with someone. I think it's really important for you to get out, and you know, hopefully if you do go out walking on your own, you might bump into someone. I mean, around here today, now you've maybe not seen it, but there's a lot of people out with their dogs, and the dogs have had a little sniff at Robin while he's been working the camera, and he's doing really well to keep a straight face as these dogs are trying to interact with them. So you can chat away to the dog walkers as well, and it's a lovely day, and the sun is shining. What's not to like about getting out walking?
So there's a few more comments. So one question asking how long is the park circuit? So I take it that's sort of Baxter Park, so you'll know about that.
There's different paths and circuits around Baxter Park. If you do the full circuit, which sometimes we do with the short health walks, but some of it can be really quite hilly. So if you do the whole park, it's usually, I'm pretty sure it's about 1.5 miles taken in the whole of the park, but I can be corrected on that one, I'm not 100% sure. But there's lots of different paths here, and I think you'll never be bored going around Baxter Park. There is so many different routes, there's so many different paths. You'll discover things that you didn't know was here. There's a tree down at the bottom there, and it's got one of the only circular seats in any of the parks, so that's a wonderful thing, and it's been there for many a year. Baxter Park has been very well maintained by the Maryfield regeneration team. It was cracking up, for want of a better word, at certain points, and you know, it was a wee bit not very safe. The regeneration team fought and they've managed to get it resurfaced in the bits that were needing resurfaced. So I would say it's a very safe walk to do. There's no traffic in here apart from the odd council van will maybe come in with a delivery, but you're guaranteed, you know, a safe walking environment when you're within the park. Also, what I forgot to mention was you might see some wildlife. It's not beyond the realms of possibility of seeing squirrels. We've seen them scampering about a few times, and that's been a great delight to anybody who's been in the park. So have a look and see what you can see. There's also a small fountain in Baxter Park that not many people know about. It's a little waterfall. So come along and try and find all these things that are in the park. You've got a wonderful play area your kids could be in. You've got a cycle route that's really, the park's so great for cycling, it's really smooth. Other things you can be doing, tennis, I mentioned it all earlier, and people are getting married in Baxter Park. I don't think they are at the moment, but you know, this park does everything.
I think that's the thing about choosing a park that has lots and lots of paths. If you are worried about, you know, you're asking about the length of the park circuit, you can make it as long or as short as you want. You go at your own pace, and if you don't want to do the full circuit, you just break off on another path and go a different route, and Baxter Park's really good for that. There's a few parks in Dundee that will give you that as well. Okay.
Got a few more.
Oh, we've got a few more questions.
Yeah, there's quite a. Some of them are just general comments about. So Susan Dyes, who encouraged you to go out for a walk here. So yeah, Susan's our community health nurse. I love my walks out all of the time. That's great. Often do walking challenges. I'm doing the 15-hour walking during September, which is great for motivation.
That's good.
We'll definitely phone to see you're so determined to be active and test my asthma every day, but it's better with company. Yeah.
Yeah, great.
This is going to be great. Off on a walk today. Brilliant. That's Christine Dallas, one of our community health workers.
Oh, thank you, Christine. Appreciate that.
Again, love testing my asthma with walking goals. Yeah. Plenty of squirrels. I haven't seen any today, but we can.
Yeah,
I don't know when they come in.
out.
And there's also exercise equipment at the bottom of Baxter Park as well. So
that's true.
You
Down by the tennis courts and the basketball court, there is adult exercise equipment. There's also picnic tables, so if you want to bring along something to eat and do a walk around the park, that's also a lovely thing to do. In fact, what we've done in the past, we usually have 2 packed lunches in the park, and that's where we encourage people to walk around the park, and then we would have people come in with their packed lunches and would sit and have a chat and a blether after it. We'd have some music. Fingers crossed those days come back and soon. Unfortunately, we're still in the phase 3 of our lockdown, so we're not quite out the woods yet, but hopefully, you know, once we get back to some kind of a different normality, we can maybe do those kind of things again.
Great. Yeah, there's no more questions, just a few more comments just popped up. Love the idea of spotting wildlife too. Plenty of seats if you need a rest.
That's right.
And Sheila Rose is commenting as well, so Sheila used to work for us.
Oh, Sheila, hi.
Hi everyone, she says. So yeah,
hi.
lots of comments.
Can I just remind everyone as well that if you think of a question or there's anything else, obviously Alison's given our number and our email address, but you can message our Facebook page as well.
Great.
Okay, thank you everyone from Ria, myself and Robin behind the camera. I hope you've enjoyed our very first Facebook Live. It's been a bit daunting for us because we've never done anything like this before. So I hope you've enjoyed the experience. I think we have. We'll have a chat about it after, but I think we've enjoyed ourselves, haven't we, Ria and Robin? Yeah, we've done okay, hopefully.
Yeah. One last comment popped up from Sheila Allen this time.
Hi Sheila.
Says Balgay Park is beautiful if anyone lives towards the west of the city,
yes.
And she's there every day with her dog, and people are really friendly, so another option.
Yeah, Balgay Park, thank you for that addition. Please keep coming forward with all these bits of information about all the different parks in Dundee. So that was Balgay Park, another mention for Balgay.
Yeah, so just to say, we'll be running these sessions every week at 11 AM every week, and we will let you know the topic for next week shortly after this session, so just keep an eye out on our Facebook page for that.
Okay everyone, thank you very much and I hope you've enjoyed today. We certainly have. See you next week.
All right.